Hi, good evening. I have barely found the time to make this video, but as I made one in Serbian last week, I just didn't want to let much time go before I make this one. But I have my cat here with me, but mm, I'm not feeling that well. I It's been going on for a while, and I know it's visible. I know it shows in my energy, and I know you will feel it. And but I just today I had this strange vibration around my head. I still have it. So just bear with me because I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Really, with the given circumstances, I'm really doing my best. Um, I wanted to speak about. I mean, I spoke about it last week in talking about gossiping, and I will speak about gossiping tonight because it's not a very good thing, and we are not even aware of how much damage it can actually make. And it's not like we haven't heard before about it. It's not like we haven't been touched by it, or that we haven't gossiped about somebody. It's just that something's really gone wrong with our value system lately. So even if we have been paying attention to it before, somehow I even find it in myself. We tend to um, allow and um, not not engage, somehow accept as normal something that we might not be normally doing because it became a commonplace, like gossiping, because of the mm, tabloid newspaper, TV, shows like Big Brother, and you know, everybody can pry in everybody's lives, and that's not a good thing. So I will read something. It's from about power of words, and it's from a book of Yanis Speaks, which was in one of my teachers. I don't have the book here with me. I'm reading from my phone because I gave the book to somebody. I lent it, and I still didn't get it back. But I have the snapshot of the quote that I want to share. So yeah, I'll be reading from for a while. So the power of words. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. There once was an old man in the land of China who had attained fame for his wisdom, and people traveled from all parts of the empire to seek counsel. A student came to ask his advice because he has wronged another by spreading malicious rumors that he had received from a friend he trusted. However, this information was subsequently found to be totally untrue. The student felt distraught, for he was on the path of enlightenment. He asked the master what he could do to repair the damage that he had unwittingly caused so as to free himself from guilt. The master listened quietly and then pronounced his counsel. Go, my child, to the town where you live and place a feather upon the door of every house. Then come back to me and report. The student duly executed this task and returned to the master. Master, I have done this, but I cannot see the relevance of this to my predicament. Smiling, the master said to him, now, my child, go and collect all the feathers and bring them to me, and then all will be clear. The student went forth, but was unable to find even a single feather. They had either been blown away by the wind or had been taken by the inhabitants of the town. Distraught, he returned with heavy heart to the master and relayed his dilemma. The master said, my child, words once spoken are like those feathers. They cannot be retrieved. They may go on to bring upliftment, joy, and light, or to bring destruction, sorrow, and poison. Therefore, my child, before you speak, realize the power of words for good or evil. Go and deeply apologize to the man you have wronged, yet know in your heart that you cannot undo the damage which has already been done, for you know not whom your words may have poisoned. You can make your amends by educating others as to the power of the spoken word and the responsibility they have for its use, and thus redress the balance. My kitty was really attentive to this. This is from, I forgot, this is from the book, The Spiritual Healing Fountains of the Soul. Seven Healing Fountains of the Soul. That's the name of the book. And it's working right now. So, I think this is quite self explanatory. And actually, that's exactly how it is. You cannot undo the damage that you do by gossiping about somebody. We'll do it. We talk about people behind their back, sometimes with good intentions, when they're not present, because we have something to share, or because we cannot talk to those people, because they're not here, or because we miss them, or because we have something to say to them, or because we're just interested in them. And sometimes we don't say bad things, and this is sharing. It's a sharing, but when we speak, um, we tend to do this mostly. I tend to do this mostly when I'm unable to talk to the other person. I have this tendency of speaking directly of what bothers me, and I tend to ask people to talk to me or tell me when they find something that, that they have something wrong that they think I've done or something, anything on me, rather than speaking behind my back and being on my case. And I'm very direct in that. And sometimes this is not possible because as it turns out, most people are not ready for that. They don't want to do that. They rather express anger in a very not so nice manner, or just be rude, or talk behind your back, or talk to other people rather than you. I really prefer. I mean, if you're interested about something about me, ask me. Why go to other people and ask other people about me rather than asking me? Because I got nothing to hide, and I'm really open about that. So pick up a phone and call me and tell me what's wrong. And even if you don't know how, we from the beginning of the conversation we will find a way to come to the point. But yeah, I do it too, and I mostly do it when I get very hurt or angry, or when I don't have access to the other person, and or when the other person doesn't have the capacity of understanding what I'm trying to say, or the compassionate heart and empathy So I choose sometimes to send a message like this because I have cat's fur in my eyes now because of uh, where was I? Um, because I've tried to tell somebody that something that they've said to someone has maybe wronged me or was not right or wanted to make amends or do something about it and wanted to find out, not punish anyone, just to find out so that I can make amends. But this was not possible, so this is why I'm mostly speaking now about the malicious things. I'm not talking. I mean, we all sometimes do it. We all do it, and we all engage in it by mm, mm, there's for we all engage in it by I don't know, reading things about our favorite actors, our favorite singers, about just following people around because we just have something that we would like to have. They look like maybe we would like to look. They have some psychological characteristic that we would like to develop, or something that is either triggering us or pulling us. So this is why we follow them, and I'm speaking about public personalities, but this is also gossiping. All the time, we are listening about their lives and what has happened to them, and mostly lately, uh, this doesn't have a very nice connotation. They're not presented as somebody's role model, but they're more presented. I mean, their personal lives are being ostracized and put on public display, and especially when something not so nice happens to them, like when they have a psychological crisis or a loss or of any kind, or something happens to them, or they're injured, or they die, like we lately had the case, and it's presented to us like an entertainment, which is, I mean, that's not an entertainment. It's okay having public personalities as your role models, wanting to be like them or become like them or develop something in you, but we're all presented this like these bad things that happen to them in their lives as if they're I mean, I don't know where that came from. It became public place everywhere, and I don't know since when this energy actually exists. And when you see something happens to somebody, like somebody dies, and even a child dies, and you're presented this news as an entertainment. It's not even a news. It's an entertainment. I mean, are you entertained? How entertained are you when you're reading about this? This is just um, I I I don't understand. And since we're all bombarded with it, we all just think that this is normal. This is all how all of us should be behaving. And it's since when did this became normal? I mean, you all know very well how uh, truths or half truths can hurt somebody, even when you tell them to somebody's face. But not to mention when you spread rumors or lies, and it's not even rumors. My cat's not being she, for some reason I have her fur all over my face. I don't know how that happened. What was I'm talking about. I'm not sure I have the right word in English. Like a spectacle. Um, you scheme and plot against somebody because you don't like them. You spread rumors against them. So because you have some interest in it, because you either dislike them or they trigger something in you, or I don't know, you have some interest in it of whatever kind, and you never know how far any of those can go. You don't know how much can this hurt somebody, as in this story is saying, because you can never undo what's been said about somebody, because you don't really know how much people have believed it, or even if they didn't believe it, where will that end up? And even if you say something in a, I don't know, with a good intention, it can end up in a completely different light. Even when I say something, uh, I should probably be saying to somebody's face straight, and I say it because I don't have, I cannot say to this, to the one or the ones that I want to about something or anything for any reason, because they're either not present, or I'm not presenting with that possibility at the moment. And there's something lying heavy on my heart, so I share it with my friends or the people that I think they are my friends, and this ends up somewhere blown out of proportions and as something completely different. I mean, we've all been there. This is also gossiping, and this is not. This is scheming and plotting. This is rumors, and this is deliberately spreading rumors, which can destroy people. It can destroy people's lives. It can destroy relationships. It can destroy families. It can destroy careers, and it is poison, like in this story saying it is poison. And when have we forgotten about this? When have we allowed ourselves to do this and to participate in all this? If not by spreading rumors about somebody, but with just being present for it. And not I know people. I mean, I know somebody who is speaking things about people that are completely untrue. They just added to what they heard because they makes them important, because they like, I mean, there's also people who just like to be right, and that's all, or just want to, I don't know, maybe they felt offended by something somebody said at some point unknowingly, and they just want to get a revenge, which is never a nice intention. With all these words, actually the intentions goes behind it, and these poisonous words have a poisonous intention in it also. So that's what's the problem actually, and that's why you never know where it ends up and how much damage does it make. And I mean, really, there are people who just want to deliberately spread the damage, which I don't really understand. And that's me. There are people who are completely different than me, and they probably understand why they're doing it, but I will never. I mean, I'd rather give you a helping hand than do something like this, and I'd rather speak to you directly about it, no matter how unpleasant that conversation might be. But I'd rather do that. And I'd rather send a message and educate people like I'm doing here now, because these are the things that we usually tend not to talk about, because these are not so nice things, and we shouldn't be speaking about not so nice things, because in raising of consciousness and spirituality world, they are not spoken about, because you have to be positive all the time, and you have to be happy and perky 24/7 non-stop, which is impossible. Nobody's ever like that, and this is quite neurotic sometimes. It's not healthy, actually, because you do get angry, you do get frustrated, you do get agitated, you do get sad. Things happen. You are sad, and it's okay to say that you are sad. There's nothing wrong with it. It is wrong when you constantly have to pretend you're something that someone else that you're not, and when you're not speaking from your heart, when you're wearing the mask all the time. And this is exactly what we're speaking here that we shouldn't be doing. So I have a very, very attentive audience here. So that's what I'm talking about. And yeah, uh, this can go in many different directions, but we all do this. And if we're speaking about raising awareness and lifting consciousness to another level, we should be speaking about it. In spiritual community, there are a lot of malicious things. We do People do tend to spread malicious rumors and talk in a not so nice way. And I'm being nice here when I say this about each other. I mean, they there is a whole lot of jealousy and a whole lot of envy and a whole lot of I mean, God knows what. I mean, sometimes I feel if those people had knives in their hands, they would be just killing each other. And we are kind of some kind of spiritual community. We're so malicious to each other. And I mean, if we're going to be honest and raise the awareness about anything, we should be speaking about it and addressing it because it's not nice to spread rumors about people and present it to yourself and other people. This is just advertising and propaganda, and this goes into your favor because each and every one of us knows exactly when they're doing something wrong to somebody else. Because our heart, we kind of tend to close down and um, we don't expand. And you know exactly. I mean, he, if somebody else would be doing it to you, you would be quite angry, and who knows what would you do. But then you allow that to yourself, and I don't know in how many ways you can explain to yourself that this is something good, that you're doing something good, and that you're doing a favor, and that this person is so bad that you have to do this or that, and blah blah blah. The best thing then, I mean, is to not talk about it at all. Not, you know, you know, yeah, there are some things that tend to poke your eyes so much that you have to address the issue. But then find a way to address the issue, not to deliberately try to destroy somebody else's reputation because they bother you in some way, because you want all the good stuff and the clients and whatever for you, the followers, and where is awareness in that? And where is spiritual? I mean, yeah, spiritual spirits. There are all kinds of spirits, and be mindful of what kind of spirit is connected to you at that moment. So yeah, that's one of the things, and that's about spreading rumors, and we all know this because we have seen it so many times, and this usually tends to happen in, in entertainment industry, TV, public figures who are singers, actors, politicians, but it happens everywhere. And I'm speaking like this, and in a way, I am a public person, but I don't see myself like this. So it's sometimes, hard to share some things because I feel, I don't know, I'm trying to be mindful of how much I say and to send the right message. But sometimes you have to speak the truth. And I recently had a client that her task is exactly that, to ask questions and speak the truth. And they had her, the council of elders had her on a stand and asked her to swear that she will speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So how can I do anything different then? If my clients are asked to do this, who am I then to work with them and give them or you something else? That doesn't mean you have to say everything or show everything, but there are some things that need to be spoken about. And her task is also to speak about the things that nobody else wants to speak about, like child abuse, um, child pornography, sex trafficking, and stuff like that. And through her, I'm also called to speak the truth and speak about the things that nobody else wants to speak. No matter, I get attacked for it, and I lately I have been attacked by it a lot. And yeah, one of the things that I've been speaking about lately, one of the causes of that is in gossiping and rumoring, and exactly where it comes from. And this is my way to address something rather than differently, because I've tried to do it differently. Uh, and besides, I mean, it's a lesson. It's a lesson for everybody. And in everything that's been going on, I can only recognize the lesson in humility. I mean, for everybody, including myself. And speaking about that, I mentioned um, now the things about the last time about the ship and uh, going to the ship and in front of them being healed, going to the ships of galactic federation of light, and I saw them. They were healing me. They were removing the ethereal pit that I have, and it's not there anymore. And then I saw some wiring that I had in my head. I don't know. They didn't connect to anywhere. They were just wires. I thought I was, just here, but no, those were wires, and I don't know where exactly they connected to. And the electromagnetic waves that I've been talking about, the waves that are being sent to activate that should connect to those wirings. There is another thing on my head that's supposed to be there, but this is not, and I don't know how it came there. This is the next thing that I should be dealing with. So I cannot speak more about it because I don't know how it got there. And I couldn't receive those messages before. Some of those things other people told me about myself because I couldn't receive messages. So the electromagnetic waves that are being sent. I think that everybody is actually directed with them. If not everybody, majority of people who are doing something with other people, because I've seen a lot of things happening lately to many of the people that I know. Not the same content as to me, but similar um, pattern of how it's done. And this is why I should be speaking about it because nobody else is. So I guess I'm kind of invited to speak about it as it is happening to me. So this is why I'm mentioning it. And those electromagnetic waves and light are sometimes directed to you, or the nanotechnology. They are there to block you from connecting with your higher self and your guidance with the divine, and they are there to uh, enhance our fault. And then other things can connect there, and they basically connect to our fault and our traumas. I mentioned traumas, but enhance our fault and our negative thoughts, and they are directed to our ego. So they enhance our ego, and it's in a different way for everybody because our ego works differently for everybody. But basically, they enhance our fault, and yeah, I've seen this, directed to groups too, and uh, with me, I tend to be very self-critical and not self-destructive, but I tend to be very negative about myself. Then, so those thoughts get enhanced, and with some other people is something different. So that's why some people can get very destructive in these moments. So yeah, that's one of the things. The other thing is that as I have been healed, I had my first mission from the Galactic Federation. So I think so. At least I think so. So I mentioned one of the things that was happening. Those I don't know if these are attacks or how can I call them, things that's been happening to me, because I was wondering how is that even possible after everything that I've done. I mentioned the thread that I had in my eye, and it's under my photo. So other people have been helping me also. So that my photo was kept in some mall, and there are many photos of other people too. There are items of people, and there's an item, some item of somebody I I basically know the whole story how it all got there. It's just I'm really trying to be mindful here. Uh, and this is the big house, like a very posh house. My, I mean, possibly like U.S. soil, possibly even an embassy, um, and or some government or deep state organization, but not of this state. Um, and those I have photos and items are being kept in these light bulbs that might, I mean, they can even be crystals of some kind. So I was wondering why my photo is. I mean, why? And anyways, I've been told that if we connect to each other like soul groups to soul groups, you know, everybody who belongs to a certain path, like brotherhoods of light, and if we connect in the name of the Galactic Federation of Light, and if we are unified, and that the places like that are marked with the energy of certain people, then it can go the other way around and they can be deactivated. And basically, I mean, I don't know that that's what happened, but I hope so. So, yeah, that would be one of my tasks to reverse the thing that has have been done, and I've seen. I mean, I'm doing it with my client anyways throughout the session, but not in this way. And there is another thing that has happened, and it's really heavy on my heart. And I mean, I had a my heart didn't feel good all day long, and just I I had some pain, and just before I wanted to meditate a bit before doing this video. So I recently started a training for priestesses of the Divine Infinite Mother. So I basically accepted the calling and the role that I had before. And after that, somebody from that group channeled in the light language the conversation with the Divine Mother. I've never heard that language before, but I would have asked her to be able to speak that language, actually be able to be that open so that she can speak like that to me. And I've been listening to that 5 times a day because it clears away everything from me. Because it's so, I mean, that language is something, it's otherworldly. I mean, I do channel, I do speak channel, whatever that is, a light language, but it's not like it. I've never heard this before. So I listened to it and I wanted to meditate before so that I get into the right mood before making this, and I fell asleep. I wasn't even aware how where I was and how long I had been sleeping, but it's been a while. And she's been telling me something, and I don't remember. Anyways, about that, I've also discovered what has been laying heavy on my heart is that throughout this, I sort of that mission was a sort of a rescue mission, and it was a rescue mission for some to help someone through this. And this little fella actually was not he's not usable anymore because I mean I said in my last video that I will bury it because it's been used as a portal and something was coming through this stone. was being sent to me through this stone, and that's what have been was being connected to my hand, and it's completely lifeless now. It's good that I didn't throw it away because I had to close the portal. I didn't know that, and I closed it. I did that. Me and my little friend, and that other friend did the other thing. So this big friend closed some of the portals. So we I mean we helped basically as what I feel is that we helped to save somebody's life, but then something was done to me through this stone, which was not nice, and I know who I gave it to. And I've been speaking about it in my videos before, that they come in pairs, and I gave the other one to somebody else. And I know I gave it to, but the hands that were sending that thing were not those hands that I gave it. I don't know where it ended up. It was in my hands. So I was really angry when I was making that first video, but I just because I've been speaking about it, so I thought that that person who actually hired somebody who's been bothering me thought, I hope she thought that she probably didn't know that he works for a cult, but this kind of I I don't believe that anymore because of that, because I've been you know invisible, and I just want to ask, I mean, how many souls, how many people that this person doesn't particularly like ended up like this, and for how long? Mm, 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 how? Why? Why? There are other things that you can do, or you can just simply speak to somebody rather than give them to a cult, give their items to a cult, or or send something to them. Those guys are not to be joking with. They do serious things, so serious, such as sacrificing. And I just really would like to know, are you aware of that? I mean, is that person aware of that? Because if the answer is yes, and it's I don't know what to say about that. That's one thing that I gotta say. And I know that I'm doing something serious by saying something like this, because they've been making my life a little mess for a really long time, and I've been trying to dismantle and understand what's been going on for more than 2 years now. So I mean, why should I be silent about it? What's the point then? What's the point of anything that we do? Because we're allowing it. If you don't say no, you said yes. This is how manipulations work. We're allowing it if we don't say anything. I never allowed anybody to spy on me. Oh yeah, about that. That's another thing. I mean that's how it all started, and I just um I just gotta calm down, calm down. Kind of transmission. There are ways to talk to people. This is why we have communication courses, listening courses, active listening courses, nonviolent communication courses. And when you're feeling hurt and you your heart is not feeling right, there is a way to say this to somebody, even if you're afraid of their reaction, and even if you might think that you're not going to get the outcome that you perceive. But by doing that, you just might as well make some friends rather than making people miserable and allowing somebody to be feeding off their energy, which is really sinister. So, you can say, when you do this and this, I feel like that and that because of this and this. This is called like something like that is called a nonviolent communication. And oddly enough, I've been training people. Yeah, it's it's a lot faster to get angry or and you know send somebody to hell or whatever you want to say, or curse. Sometimes that's needed too when somebody's really obnoxious. But most of the time, this actually works. And this actually repairs relationships. Maybe even if that relationship won't look like it looked before, but it repairs. And it repairs trust. It builds trust. And it's certainly not hurting. And I'm aware that this is part of the karmic pattern that we have been playing for a really long time. But I'm sorry, it's just the, the way it is, and that's not right. And I want to claim my energy and my place back, not because I'm trying to hurt anyone, but because it's just mine, and because not because I want to attain anything or anyone, but because I love my soul. And I'm clearing things from my soul and helping others. So that's one thing. And the other thing is that it has become so strange lately, and I've been receiving messages. I mean, I've been followed. Like not, I feel like I've been under surveillance 24/7. Like it's possibly a satellite surveillance because my phone gets jammed. My messages don't go out. My Facebook is being followed. My messenger. Other people who communicate with me see that. Other people who help me get attacked. And the person who has been helping clear something from me and helping in something else, then she got something on her head. So if I'm imagining things and if this is my mind and my ego doing it, how come there are so many people who have been helping me? Are they imagining too? Are they imagining, I mean, that something like that happens to them? And this is not it's meant to scare them, and it's meant for me to be isolated. It's meant to be isolating me. And then in all this, I get I get message from my client that she had a dream right after I made a circle to close the circle and create some protection, that she had a dream about um, us being in my flat, and then there were some beings watching me, like people, two people. They're beings. They're not people. They're beings, and they're not good. They're evil, and they're watching through my window. But that doesn't really matter because even if I put down the shades or whatever I do, still see me. And that that's that was the message that, like, the message that I got. Whatever you do, it doesn't really matter. We can still see you. So it's through. I can only imagine that it's been done through some technology. You know. And I also found out about those other people who are involved in this. I mean, I've seen, in my 20s, I've seen a guy, a blonde guy. This is a being. He doesn't live in this dimension. Um, like gray haired. I don't know whether he has been blonde or dark hair, but I have a feeling of a blonde or some like ash, something like that, with striking blue eyes. And I know that that's energy, possibly not the right color of the eyes either, but it doesn't matter. He had a rope, a black rope with a triangle on his chest with a blue eye inside of it. So that guy is a that being is a Mason or Illuminati. He's either someone's ancestor or it's somebody's higher self if he connects uh, to several people. I don't know how they are connected. Whether somebody's summoning him. That's the point. Somebody's summoning him. Since the last time I said this, I haven't seen him. But that's the being that's been giving me trouble. So those two people, there are people who know each other, the others don't, and I don't know how they connect. Or have they just been hired? I don't know. Um, but yeah, they're related. So they are related, and I'm so tempted to say a lot. I'm so tempted to say out loud, but um, I've seen after that, and also the meditations that I had, that there is some technology. I don't know what that is, but there is a beam, and they're directing this beam straight in my third eye inside, and it's like the not the it's not the skull, but my just shapes of head are being drawn with this inside, and around it, like many many things. Like I don't know, like I don't know if these are the thoughts that I'm supposed to have, or people that are connected or whatever, but this is going directly through my third eye, and it's an art nice. It's so very, because I didn't feel well that day. I've been shown this. I don't even ask for those things. I'm shown this because when you kind of connect with my energy, I'm gonna see you. That's how it goes. Uh, so and then I saw some net being placed on my page over my logo and stuff, and this is intended to block somehow. And it's done through technology, and I've seen a female hand, a younger female hand, doing something on the phone, either tracking or following on the phone and making some patterns, photos, and patterns on the photos, but something comes with those photos, some nets come. So anyway, I just felt I needed to say this because they are all somehow connected. And when I found out about all this, even though I've done things for me to clear, I wasn't feeling good. And then in this, you know, my cat wants to see who am I talking to, and I've been told this woman that is leading the training, Stella. I mean, I'm doing this training with Stella, the firefighter. She she's She's singing in light languages, and light languages connected me to her. And I've been using her music since 2015 because I've been given it after meditation. I've been shown, I mean, I've been, I've been told how I'm going to lead my group sessions, and then I've been told that I should use music and then go to YouTube. And I always find different kinds of music, but then I was just staring at me, Magdalene Code, and yeah, and I knew I had to use that. So obviously the time came for me to do something with her, and but in this moment, and she has been telling me about the similar things that have been happening, and there are people who have been experiencing being targeted. I haven't understood by whom, but she has the same experience, and it doesn't do much to her, but it does to the people around her. And her partner had a problem because they have a technology that they can make your blood pressure go high and enlarge your heart because they direct a beam directly to your heart. And yeah, stuff like that. So I'm possibly going to be finding out more about all this. I mean, that I've heard about that this is called Voice to Scout program. I'm not quite sure who is doing that. So this is why I don't want to call out on anybody because I might be wrong, and it's might be that somebody's misleading me with all these informations that I received. So I don't know, but somehow the dots are being connected, and I find out from people what this is and what should I do about it. And it seems as if we are being presented with something that we just have to think that we don't have a choice. And I mean, at first we think that this is our choice, but then when you come to think of it, that somebody can actually direct a beam and send thoughts to you, and with electromagnetic waves, uh, influence your thoughts and your behavior, then how really free are you? How really free are we? And how much is something our choice, or just we think because we're led to think? And this has been happening a lot abroad, and I assume that it's been happening a lot around here too. It's just we don't know about it and nobody's talking about it. But at least I don't know. Now it's happening to me. I mean, I came to this point now. Maybe I'll find out something more about it. But it's this. I see how this. I see how this affects me because yeah, everything that's been written there. I see those issues happening to me, and some of it are astral attack, and some of it from people, but there are things who are done by technology, and I've seen a machine, actually some kind of a machine, and I know this is going to sound so crazy, but somehow this machine influences timelines, and I don't know how I don't understand this. Um, and I've been shown how the organic timeline, the organic, if there is a such a thing as organic matrix, but it has, I mean, I've seen codes. It has codes, but the codes are emerald green. And the ones who are, they're not implanted, but infiltrated with this technology, they are red and yellow, like neon lights. And uh, and there are rips. And I've heard, I mean, I've been told this, but I've heard other people telling me now that they have these dreams about living somewhere and they see a rip, and through this rip people fly. And I've been told if you want to get out of the matrix, you have to go for a rip. I don't quite understand what that meant because I've gone there, but I had too many interferences lately, and I couldn't even you know uh I don't remember like in the last 2 months when have I actually astral traveled, and the last time when I did those um activations for going to the ship, I only did that couple of times when I was clear, but after that was I had so many experiences that I just the dreams haven't been so nice lately. Anyways, I think I've said everything I wanted to say. Maybe uh, gossiping led to something else, but gossiping always leads to something else. Uh, and there's something that I wanted to say because this is meant for my divine counterpart, and I've been having these conversations in my head lately for like quite some time. But like here I am. If you wanted to know what I'm made of, here I am in my full divine power. Maybe not full, but I'm getting there. So I'm here on the behalf of the Unified Brotherhood of Light, of the Galactic Federation of Light, on the behalf of the Great Infinite Mother, and she speaks through me. Um, for you now is I'm I'm calling on you. I'm calling on you to return to yourself, to return to your divine power, to return to your mission, to return home, and to return to love. Because that's just on her behalf. I'm here on her behalf. And everything that I've just said and everything that has happened. Also, I will say this on the behalf of the Unified Brotherhood of Light, of the Galactic Federation of Light, and on the behalf of Infinite Divine Mother, through with her decree and through her love, everything that has been done is now undone. Everything that has been done is now undone. Everything that has been done is now undone. Whoever needs to understand this will understand it. I had other thoughts in my mind, in my head, that I will be sharing, saying now, but that will put me to sleep. Just cut them out of me. So yeah, I will try in my next video to. I will try to channel that language of the. That was the language of the, that I like so much of the divine, infinite divine mother. Would really like if I made if I'm successful in it, but I'll try. But for now, just I'm sorry if this has offended anybody. This is not my intention, and I'm sorry. I just had to say this because it went too far, for far too long. It had it has to be dealt with properly. There are some things and some beings that have nothing to do here, and not their place to be here. And it had to be said. And somehow I had to say, my dismay, I'm not too happy about it, but who else if not me? You know, when if not now, and who if not you? Just think about it. I'm just trying. I'm not trying to scare anybody, and I'm sorry if this is arousing some negative feelings in you or something, but when there are things that are around and I'm not the only one noticing it, and there will be more of it, we will be all noticing it. So somebody has to start thinking about it. So just thank you for patience with me.